And now we're back to selling vehicles and not solving PP. And
Right.
again, one of the biggest advantages you'll have over other salespeople is you're solving PP by asking more questions. You're present and patient and respectful. Once you discover the PP, then you can set them on a lot of different cars.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what happens? Yeah, exactly. You can set them on different cars. So sometimes I'll get a customer come in, Damian, or even for Carlos, they'll come in and they'll say, well, you know, I'm like, well, what are you looking for? Anything specific? No, not really. You want, let me just go walk around outside and see. I'm not going to spend an hour walking around outside on my lot, not knowing exactly what's going on.
Right.
So I said, well, let's just sit here for a second and let's just write down a couple of things so we can figure it out. And I'm not taking them outside immediately and then have them look at all these expensive vehicles, and I know that that's just a waste of time. So you got to slow things down. Some of the people come in and that's all they want. Well, let me just go outside and look. I mean, there's hundreds of cars out there. What do we spend an hour walking around looking at nothing? So, you know, you got to slow it down. You got to sit them in your office. You got to figure out, you know, even if you had a broad idea, like even if you shortened it up and had an idea of what their budget is or what kind of car it is, then you could take them outside and if they want to walk around. But just letting them go out there first, I always make everybody come in my office first. I always make them, hey, come in, just sit down for a second. Let's just figure this out. And
Yeah,
then
listen to that, everybody. I recommend everybody sitting down with people. It's easy. I still recommend sitting down and getting a cup of coffee and saying, look, I got some questions to ask because I don't want to be out on that lot for an hour looking for a vehicle when I can just ask you some good questions and I can probably narrow it down to 2 or 3. So do you mind if I ask you some questions? And then if you need to pull out the sheet of, so what are you thinking about? What are you driving? And how many trips are you taking? And do you have any hobbies? And are you the driver? Do you need any car seats? What about, are you putting anything in the trunk or the back? And you're asking all these great questions to get the picture. The better you get the picture. And as soon as you discover the PP, you can say, you know, there's a couple of ideas I have that you might not have considered. I know you're thinking of this vehicle, but you could also get this vehicle because it pretty much would save you money and it still accomplishes everything. Or if you really wanted to go to another level, this one will work too. It's a little expensive, but man, it's fluffy, right? And now you just have so much more area to work in and you're not limited to the white with gray Suburban, right?
yeah, I mean, that's key, 100%. Get as much information as you can and then spend less time worrying about what car it is.